Hello and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a general tarot love reading for my wonderful Virgos in Virgo and Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. As it is a general reading, it won't resonate fully with every single person who comes across it. Please always take what does resonate for you and leave what doesn't for somebody else. This is a timeless reading, so it's whenever you come across it, whether you come across it when it was just uploaded today or in 3 months after it was published on YouTube, there's something in the message for you. Whenever I'm saying this is how you feel about someone, this is how they feel about you. If it's resonating for you just with the roles reversed, please go ahead and reverse the roles, that's absolutely fine. And if you're new to the channel, huge welcome, thank you so much for trying me out. And if you're a returning subscriber, then big welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your amazing support. And thank you for sticking with me. I know I don't put up as many videos as some channels. I really appreciate you staying subscribed. It means a huge amount to me, so thank you. So, let me get straight into a spread for you today, Virgo. We're going to be looking at you and the connection with the person who wants to come through in this reading today. Ask some specific questions. I've got a new question for this spread compared to the last video, which was a while ago, but this time I'm also going to be asking what are this person's intentions towards you, and I'll get lots of detail as we need as we go through it. Just a small note as well, I'm just working through a very minor cold, but hence my voice is a little bit crackly. And if I sniff or a cough, then I apologise in advance. So, let's get the top 6 cards for my lovely Virgos, please. Alright, let's get into it. Well, you've got interesting, okay. You've got exactly the same card from the first deck in the position of this person's intentions towards you, Virgo, as Taurus did, which I just did their reading. But I have heavily shuffled this deck since, and the chances of that happening are minute, so just to mention. Alright, at the bottom of this first deck, you have the Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay. So underneath the Ace of Swords is the Fool and the Emperor and the Two of Wands. This is very strongly, someone has got the clarity of which direction to go in if there was ever a choice. So whether it was a choice between two people, or it was just you are at a crossroads of life, which direction do you want to go in? Do you want to take this opportunity or don't you? All of that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be choosing between two people at all. It's just a choice in general. And sometimes we waver because we need to consider lots of elements. But someone here has absolutely made the decision. They are confident about their choice. They feel like it's going to lead to success. With the Fool here, the reward, the potential reward outweighs the potential risk. And this is someone who's very has certain like maturity about them with the Emperor. This isn't someone who is also making a decision willy-nilly or with no consideration being made. It's just someone who is takes charge, takes the lead in that can even be in their own life, and they really stick to their decisions once they make them as well. There has maybe been a time of resting before someone came to this decision, where things have been very quiet. They might have been healing from another situation, or it might have just been a time of rest. Healing doesn't have to be healing from the end of another relationship. It could be healing from a whole load of other things. They could have been healing from a family situation, work situation, things just being tumultuous in their life, or even recovering from a short illness. But there's something where someone has got themselves back on their feet, back in a position of strength and feeling stable and prosperous again, and that's given them as well the element of the confidence to make some sort of choice. I feel like this person's, whoever this is, whether it's you, Virgo, or someone else here, they've taken the time to do the healing work on themselves. Maybe also learn the lesson of moderation. So there's which is one of the trickiest things, because I think a lot of us can lean into going from one extreme to another in many aspects of life, and it's tricky to sometimes, you know, just indulge, for example, in a little bit, and that, but then also make the healthy choices 50% of the time or 60% of the time, whatever, and just indulge the other. But it's more often that people go 100% in on indulging, which has its own problems, or 100% on restriction and refusing themselves indulgence, which is also leads to its own problems as well. Okay, let's carry on. So I'm going to get the second layer for the spread. For anyone who hasn't been here before, I get 3 layers for the spread using 3 different decks, and then I will go through and clarify as needed using other decks. This time I think I'm going to get you a layer of oracle cards as well at the end, just for a little extra nuance. I did it for Taurus, just felt the need or desire to do it, and it worked quite nicely, so I'm going to do it again for you. So for Virgo, please, we get the top 6 cards again from this deck. Okay. Okay. Got the Magician on the spread twice already. Okay. Alright, so at the bottom of the second deck, Virgo, we have the 8 of Swords. That's interesting, that's quite a contrast to the Ace of Swords from the bottom of the first deck, because the 8 of Swords is that energy of our thoughts swirling, feeling lost, feeling trapped. So let's see. So underneath the 8 of Swords here, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Pentacles underneath that. And it's an interesting combination, because the Knight of Pentacles is pictured here as like this donkey who's searching through kind of some difficult terrain for the Ace of Pentacles, looking for the diamond in the rough. And could be looking for some time as well. It's something trying to find that golden opportunity in a difficult setting as well. It's like someone may have been concerned for some time that they had potentially set themselves up to fail, because they set their goal on trying to find the golden opportunity in, I'm getting like a work element here as well, but this is a love reading, but just for example, like someone who feels like, why did I have to try and find a golden opportunity in an oversaturated market, or to try and start a business in an area where there's no one around to actually visit my business and invest money or something like this. Or it could even be like someone feels that they're quite remote, quite isolated, and there's not that many people around them, and they've been trying to find something very special that is special just for them. It's like this fear and like worry that's been hanging over someone's head, that they have set themselves up to fail in some regard, about trying to find a new opportunity. And let's see. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get your third layer, Virgo. And then get the oracle card, and then we'll go into the spread. So clarify again, please, for Virgo with the top 6 cards. But it's interesting because basically the first deck was talking about, all right, now I know what to do. Now I've got my answer. Very sure, very clear. And maybe the second deck seems to be giving us some context about kind of before that clarity came. Or it could be that someone... Okay, let's just carry on. Give me the top 6 cards again, please, for Virgo. Six of Wands just showed itself to me, which is talking about success coming and recognition. All right. Okay. Excuse me. This is interesting. Okay, at the bottom of the third deck, we have the Lovers, which is Gemini's major arcana. Why do I feel like... it's like someone here is... Maybe the person who's coming through in this reading here for you, Virgo, is kind of sure about their decision. For example, if it's them, that they want to be with you, for example. But they are also aware that of all the people in the world that they could have fallen in love with and want to be with, that they have chosen the person who there's going to be quite a lot of difficulty involved in making this work. It's kind of what I'm getting. Not that that set them up to fail. It's just like, why did I have to choose? Why does it have to be difficult? But, you know, it is what it is kind of thing. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to give up, but there's something here about that. Like, the context of the connection is going to make things a little bit harder for the two of you. I wonder if the two of you met and that instigated someone getting a divorce, or that they were going through a divorce or a difficult separation or divorce when you met, and the timing wasn't necessarily right because of that. Because if it had been found out that they'd started a new connection, although they were single whilst the divorce proceedings were going on, then they could have been viewed as someone who was deceptive during the relation, like the marriage, or it was just like the other person was well, I'm not prepared to get into this with you whilst you're going through the divorce, which is a natural reaction for a lot of people. It's like someone may have also presented themselves as completely single and available when something was still going on legally in the background, and they weren't necessarily as open to give to the other person as they may have kind of presented themselves to be. I think there was a case that this had to be put on pause. This had to it's like you guys met and then there was too much turbulence for it to progress then and there. It's like it got put on pause and there was a time out or silence between the two of you. And now things are changing where this person is able to actually, they've kind of made the decision that they want to come towards you, Virgo. Potentially there's an element of reconciliation here, of a turnaround and wanting to a do-over, potentially. Because they weren't ready before. Someone, or maybe you were even like, this isn't the time, this isn't like, why why is it that we've met and this is the scenario, because this is going to be too difficult kind of thing, potentially. Okay. I think there was also this kind of pushback before, when someone wasn't sure if it was what they wanted or if it's what they should do, and they felt like their hands were tied before. So definitely the sense of clarity has now come, and maybe someone has got the space and rested that they needed to know the direction they want to go in now. But there was definitely this resistance, like, don't push me to make a decision, because if I make it like under duress, I'll end up feeling like I didn't want to make that decision, or it had to be their decision to make, if you know what I mean. Okay. I am just going to get an oracle card for each position, and then we'll go through the spread. So, yeah, the top 6 cards one last time, please, for Virgo. This person, I would say, Virgo, just from looking at the spread, it might be the other way around, wants now for there to be peaceful resolution between the two of you, but you may feel that they previously pushed you away and wanted to distance themselves from the connection, and that caused a lot of sadness. So let's see. All right. Yeah, oh my gosh. Excuse me. Yep. Oh, interesting. I'm just going to get some water. I end up sounding like Barry White by the end of this reading. Okay, at the bottom of the oracle deck is lusting, forbidden, and then underneath that is bitterness, which is resentment, anger. I'm not sure if this person may have even tried to make it work with some other commitment that they were already in. It feels like the two of you met and there was a connection, but they were, as I said, it was not something that they could actually pursue at the time. It might have been the passion and the desire for each other was escalated from an element of it's not something you can actually have. But there was, I feel like this left a bitter taste in the mouth. This could be you, has a certain level of resentment for this person because of maybe they made you feel like there was potential here, and then I don't know if family got in the way as well. All right, let's get into the spread, shall we? So, how you're feeling about this person, Virgo? We have the Magician, the 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. And the oracle card here was Memories for this position, which is reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. It's interesting because the Magician is quite a positive card in general, for feeling like you might have felt like you manifested this person into your life. It's kind of exactly what if you were gonna wish, I know that's not necessarily what we associate with the Magician, but if you were gonna request or ask for the kind of person that you're looking for, it's like you wished for them and they came into your life and they were exactly what you'd wanted to come towards you. But then there is this distrust that you feel towards them with the Seven of Swords. And the Five of Cups is this sadness of disappointment, of being let down by them. Probably also dwelling on how they let you down in the past in some way. You might feel like also they drew you into a situation where you were having to hide your feelings for each other or the connection that you had. They made you feel like you had to be dishonest to other people, and you didn't like that. And it also made you kind of more disappointed in yourself if you did go along with that kind of behaviour. But it's like you feel like they're quite powerful in terms of this magician energy of creating illusions potentially, but also like directing the dynamic of how things are going to play out or how things are going to go. You feel like they're the kind of, I'm getting like the circus leader, like the ringleader who determines, the lion jumping through not get into like the whole animal cruelty element, but like the lion jumping through the ring or whatever. It's like, I'm getting ringleader vibes. So let's see, tell me more about how Virgo is feeling about this person, please. Ooh. The Two of Swords came out first, and then the Five of Swords came out, and guess what? Those add up to Seven of Swords, which is already one of your cards out here. And when the deck split, when the Five of Swords came out to show the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, yeah. Oh, wow, and underneath the Three of Pentacles is the Five of Cups, which is also one of the three cards that I have out for you. So you feel like this person lied to you because they were in no position when they were trying to make something happen with you. They were in no position to make a choice, or this wasn't even on the table that they were prepared to make a choice about. They were withholding information from you with that Five of Swords. They were holding all the information and only giving you choice words, or choice information, I should say, to orchestrate the situation. This is someone that you thought you were making plans with to move forward, to work together. But now I get the sense, Virgo, that you feel like this person was just plotting about how to kind of weave you into their theatrics, if you like, or into their plan. They were kind of making plans about how to manipulate the situation for their benefit. What's this Seven of Swords? Actually, what's the Magician? That's what I want to know. Why is Virgo feeling the Magician about this person? Nine of Wands in reverse. Oh my god. Six of Pentacles and the Magician when that fell out. I mean, you feel like they worked their magic so that you let them in, you let your guard down, and they also were, literally, the Magician again, giving to two situations with the Six of Pentacles and two sets of hands there being held out to this person. So you feel like this person was maybe you were aware that there was that, maybe they told you they were going through a divorce or they were going to get a divorce or that kind of thing, but now you feel like, and they convinced you to keep what was happening with the two of you a secret under wraps, but it feels like now how you feel about them right now is that they were never going to make a decision, and in fact they just wanted their cake and eat it too, to like keep both situations going. Anything else about how Virgo's feeling about this person now? We've got the Emperor that came out in reverse as Aries, Major Arcana, and then the Moon with the Four of Cups. I don't know if you found out online as well, or you've been kind of seeing things online, social media or whatever, about this person leading kind of a double life, or how they're portraying things online, for example, is completely different to what they were telling you was going on, or what would be going on, or what you knew to actually be happening because you were there, kind of thing. Why the Moon with the Four of Cups? Five of Pentacles. But you may also feel like they never made a choice, and they also might have just gone silent on you. You don't know if you were being rejected, if you've been abandoned, because they might have pulled some sort of silent treatment on you as well. And you had to kind of find out what was happening with them purely from looking them up online, because they might have stopped talking to you. So you just feel like they are untrustworthy, that they tricked you potentially, and it's left a very sad, bittersweet, or just bitter, resentful kind of taste in your mouth about this person. So, how do they feel about you, Virgo? Well, we have the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and Death. And if that wasn't enough, the oracle card that came out for this position was Return, which says second chance, opportunity, making amends. So yeah, I was kind of getting already, just from the tarot, that this person feels like there was a lot of turbulence, there was a lot of shift going on in their life, there was a lot of things up in the air, there was a lot of change. They may have been moving out of some sort of family house, or out of a house that they shared with a previously married partner. They might have been setting their life up in a new place, new job, etc. There's just been this state of shift that they've been going through, but they feel like they have also changed their life so much that they're now in this, they might be now living in an apartment block. That's specific, it's not going to be for everyone, but they might have now be got a bachelor pad or bachelorette pad, whichever, in a flat somewhere, maybe in more of a city setting, than anything more rural, kind of family home vibe. They might have moved into more a city, metropolis kind of feeling. They might be, this Ace of Wands, what can I say? They feel like they are now in a whole new setting. They have, their life has changed a lot. It's shifted from where they were before when you were talking to them. With the Death card, they've gone through a major transformation. They've left a lot behind and stepped into a new chapter of their life. And, they've got themselves set up in that new home, if you like, or new setting. And now they feel that this is a good time where they could try to reignite passion, spark, to have a new beginning with you, or a second chance for a new beginning with you, Virgo, because obviously we have the Return oracle card as well. But already it's telling me they feel like they've detached from whatever was going on before. They've experienced that ending. They've experienced the stepping through the gateway into this new lifestyle they've got going on now, and they feel like the Ace of Wands is talking about a beginning as well. So yeah, they feel like they want to, it's not want to, it's this would be, now we could do it, now this is a good time. I feel like they may have I'm getting more the sense they just ghosted you before, or just fell off the map, or went MIA, or ran away from the connection, however you want to say it, though. So it's yeah, it's not like the two of you parted ways with an understanding that this just wasn't the time right now. That's not what I'm getting. I feel like they led you down the garden path and then were like, oop, ducked out. And now they feel like, well, now this is a better time for me. Excuse me. Tell me anything else about how this person is feeling about Virgo, please. Queen of Pentacles, there you are, Virgo. It's Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I mean, it's you. And then at the bottom of the deck is the Sun. And when the Queen of Pentacles fell out, the deck split like that to show the Princess of Wands, which is this very, very lusty, desirous energy. So they feel very attracted to you, Virgo, and they feel like if you guys never went there, which for some of you, you may have done, but if you didn't, then they want to now, especially with that Ace of Wands energy, and if you did before, they want that again, please, basically. Anything else about how they're feeling about Virgo? Queen of Pentacles, I mean, other than the fact that it's you, it's just an energy of beauty and abundance and nurturing, like a lovely energy to be around, someone who makes them feel special, and makes everyone kind of feel special, and makes the absolute best, tries their absolute hardest in everything they do. So they feel very, they think highly of you in that regard. The Star as well. It's Aquarius' major arcana. At the bottom of the deck when that came out was the Seven of Swords. I was about to start ranting about them, but underneath the Seven of Swords was the Hermit and the Seven of Cups and the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords and now the Chariot. Basically this person with the Star card, they feel like they want to heal and renew the connection with you. They feel like they want to improve things between you, since they basically, as I said, they went MIA, they disappeared off into the night, they didn't take responsibility for how they behaved, any dishonest behaviour. They just kind of tried not to acknowledge or, be responsible for that. But I feel like they're also hopeful that they can get you to understand that they needed this kind of time alone with this Hermit energy, which is your Virgo, your major arcana. They needed to... The Hermit is kind of looking or using the Star as their kind of guidance in the darkness, and the Star is obviously the card that came out there. So, and underneath that, as I said, this is like level of confusion, not knowing what on earth to do, probably because of commitment or vows or promises that they'd made elsewhere before, until they found the clarity of what to do, and then, then it's like, okay, I'm making moves. So effectively, it's like they feel hopeful that they can return return to you or have a second chance with you, heal the situation, and explain how their behaviour was fueled by this complete sense of being overwhelmed and lost and needing to find the answer for themselves on what to do. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's how they're feeling about you, Virgo. What is their current situation? So for that we have the Ten of Cups, the Magician, and the Devil. So that's where the Magician comes up a second time. And the Oracle card that came out was Healing, Releasing, Purifying, and Cleansing, which is good. I mean, obviously I did already say I think this person needed to do a lot of healing before now coming back towards you at the start. But also the fact that the Devil is here in their situation, I'm pleased to see that the Healing card is here. It's like, get the sage out, man, But because that is kind of like a lingering devil energy, I feel, that their situation is working on cleansing that. Now, it could well be that in their current situation with that Ten of Cups, this is showing a family, so maybe some of them had children with their previous partner. That could have been another element as to their confusion about what to do, about whether to stay in the connection or to leave. I think family was an important element, whether it was the family they had with that person or their extended family, and expectation of responsibility put on them there. But so their situation is maybe with that magician, they are trying to carve out a new beginning. Although obviously the magician, he has all four. I'm just looking for the sword. I'm sure it's on there somewhere. I just can't see it. I can see the cup and the pentacle and the wand. I cannot see the sword for the life of me. Maybe it's underneath the border or something. But I'm just really drawn to the fact that this raccoon on this magician card is focused on the wand with the kind of spark of inspiration at the tip. It's like this person's situation is trying to carve out that new beginning, and that's what we see with the Ace of Wands, or how they feel about you as well, Virgo, whilst also balancing potentially their family that they might have, or for things to be healed within a family situation. Now, whether that's, for example, if the extended family who are disappointed that this person has let a committed relationship go or moved on from it, or even moved on from. Now, I was getting strongly something to do with like another relationship, which meant that they couldn't actually commit to you, Virgo. But for others of you, it might be that it's like a family dynamic, or a very, like a family that's like you can't move to a different state or a different part of the country, depending, or to a different country, because you have to. No one does that. If you love us, you will stay 5 minutes down the road, kind of thing. Or we will dictate who you get into a relationship with as well. It might have been something to do with that, because I do feel like this kind of oppressive energy of this devil. Obviously the devil is oppressive, but like hanging over this person and the choices in their life, the decisions they want to make, and the life that they want to create for themselves has been hindered by that kind of restrictive force. And it's with this healing card here, what I'm getting is that they're working on maybe even healing things with family members, but also healing like, why do we have that dynamic going on in our family? It could even be like generational healing that they're trying to do here by breaking some sort of pattern, or breaking out from what has always been done and what's always been expected, which has potentially caused like a karmic cycle to be repeated within their family tree, is kind of what I'm getting. Okay, so let's move on to what are their intentions towards you, Virgo. So here we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. And the Oracle card was time, waiting, cycles, moments on that Oracle card. So the Seven of Pentacles, as I said to Taurus, because it was in the same position, is a very natural, and I think it's a very good card to see for someone's intentions, because it's effectively like someone saying that they will put the effort in and nurture a situation to see where it goes. Like someone who's committed to finding out the full potential of something, and also you don't necessarily put your effort into something like the Seven of Pentacles unless you believe there to be some chance of a success at the end of it. So this person's intentions are, they do see the potential still with the connection between the two of you, so they are up for putting their effort into it and seeing what happens. Now with the Ten of Wands, This particular Ten of Wands card is depicting salmon, you know, when they migrate and they swim upstream. Um, I mean, it's quite a feat. If you've ever watched like a salmon do it, it's pretty impressive. But I think it's also a saying in terms of like, this is going to be like swimming upstream because it's, you know, the current is against you. Um, Not all salmon are going to make it, unfortunately. It is not for, you know, it's going to require some courage, it's not for the faint of heart, this challenge. So what it's giving me is that this person knows it's going to be an uphill struggle in terms of moving into this Eight of Pentacles energy with you, Virgo, where that's a progression from the Seven to the Eight of Pentacles for one thing, but also it's two people both putting the work in and building each other up and building something beautiful together out of that collaboration. But it's like they're aware that they have their work cut out for them in terms of you getting to that place with them potentially again because of what went down before. Just give me one sec. Okay, so their intention is to put not only effort in, but if they feel resistance from you, they're not going to give up at the first hurdle. I think also with the Time Oracle card, for what I think at one point earlier I said that this person feels like the time is now to make their, like to attempt a reconciliation between the two of you. But also the Seven of Pentacles talks about timing itself. So their intention is to wait for the opportune moment. So if go back to the salmon analogy, like that salmon is in the river or whatever, watching for the perfect climate, the perfect set of circumstances where it's like, I've got the optimal opportunity right now to actually get up the stream kind of thing. So they might wait for the perfect moment. But also, if at first you don't succeed, they might give it some time, come back around and try again, basically, is what I'm getting. Let's see, anything else? I used that just a second ago. Anything else about their intentions towards Virgo? Sorry, I just put those back because it was like 6 cards. Anything else, their intentions towards Virgo, please? Well, their intention is to also get what they want, of course. So we've got the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Cups here. And then the deck split when those came out to show the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So again, there's that progression from the Nine to the Ten of Cups now. This person is now telling me that they're single and they are independent and free to make moves and choose as they desire. So underneath the Ten of Cups is the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands. It feels like they were presenting themselves to you like this before, and now they're actually where they said they were before. Underneath the Knight of Pentacles is the Two of Cups and the Empress. That Knight of Pentacles is also, you know, it might take a while with the Knight of Pentacles. So it's kind of, this person is, their intention, they're willing to also play the long game, if that's what it takes. It just was like anything else. And then the Seven of Pentacles comes out, which I've been talking about the whole time. The Seven of Pentacles, and then when that came out, I've got the Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups. So their intention is to, as I said, not give up at the first resistance to, what's the word? Not pursue, but kind of, I can't remember the word. sorry, my brain's a bit fuzzy from this cold, to just, it's going to come back to me as soon as I finish this video. Persist. That is the word. Their intention is to persist, Virgo, because essentially they're not willing to give up on the potential that they see here between the two of you being Two of Cups connection. Okay. The action that this person's most likely going to take towards you next. We have the King of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Swords. And the Oracle card is the past life, deja vu, repeated patterns. Okay, let's see. I don't like the fact that I've just, when it says deja vu, repeated patterns, because maybe it will feel to you like it's the same shit, different day. Maybe that's how it will feel. Now, with the fact that the Seven of Cups is here, it could be that, I mean, the thing is, the King of Swords, how they're approaching you as their action, which is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But this king has his sword pointed up. He has a certain level of integrity in what he says. There's a certain honesty and straightforwardness. A little bit. It can be direct, blunt. Can be explain. It can be a bit dry sometimes, but you know. It's an intellectual energy as well. So it's like the action. It might be to try and explain themselves about how they were so confused before with that Seven of Cups. They didn't know which was the correct choice or what to do or what. I mean, all of these Seven of Cups in this particular card, they are the cups like constellations in the sky. So again, it could be, you know, they didn't know what, again, I'm getting that Hermit and the Star again of like, which was the star I was supposed to follow, you know, what was my destiny, what was the direction I was supposed to go in. This is definitely a feeling of being lost. So it's like this person might be explaining that to you and telling you with the Six of Swords, because this one is showing two people in a boat. This person at the front has discarded the Five Swords of already, and they're actually just discarding the Sixth Sword now as well. And that's kind of the ideas that they had, the direction that they thought that they were supposed to go in the past is no longer what they think is correct for them, and they're actually allowing, like, to go with the flow. The person in the back, it can be the influence of someone else, or it can be like a representation of the universe, basically just letting go of what preconceived ideas of the direction that they were supposed to be going in with their life, and allowing to go with the flow of the direction it was actually taking them in. I feel like it's essentially this person's going to try and explain themselves to you, Virgo, and probably most of what is, a little bit of it will be an element of what I've just described. And they, okay, let's get some clarity just to see, but it seems to be coming across, even with that Seven of Cups though, I think that's speaking of the confusion that they felt, and also it might still be an element for you as well of whether you can believe this now, whether this is still smoke and mirrors from this person, because you do feel that magician about them, like they can say the right thing, they can make it a situation, they can manipulate the facts or the how something played out so that you feel a certain level of sympathy, or your reaction is what they designed, how you would react, if you see what I mean. So it's still giving me that you're not going to necessarily believe what they're saying, especially after what you experienced before. And I think that's why this oracle card is talking about the deja vu. It's not necessarily deja vu, but that's gonna you might feel like that's what you're experiencing, like it's just playing out all over again. I'm getting the same BS. So anything else you can tell me about the action this person's going to be taking towards Virgo next, please? The Hanged Man in reverse. Tell me about that. I mean, that is someone who was stuck for some time, not stuck anymore, making moves, has done all the resting and thinking that they needed to do. What action are they going to be taking? Seven of Cups is one of the 3 cards that's already there. And then when that came out, it was the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Listen, I think this person is strongly going to be laying on the emphasis on, I didn't know what to do, I was confused, I was in analysis paralysis with that 8 of Swords energy I was describing for the bottom of the second deck. I didn't know what was the correct thing to do, and I am so gutted and disappointed that I made the mistake of detaching from you, walking away from you, like leaving also you in my rearview mirror, you know, crying. I'm so sorry about that. I was so confused of what to do. Can Virgo trust what this person is saying to them? Okay, so I got it. So basically, the Judgment card came out sideways with the 2 of Wands, and then this Page of Pentacles. And I was like, okay, wondering what that meant, and then it's basically talking about the advice here is to withhold judgment about whether to go in one direction or the other about this person. The other cards that came out, it's the 7 of Pentacles, which I chuckled because I've just seen it like twice in this person's intentions. 7 of Pentacles shows on this card 2 people, one on either side, and they're deciding together whether to continue giving to the situation or whether to basically just let it be done, let it burn, and then it's over once and for all, and to rebuild elsewhere. So there's still a debate going on here about whether to invest in this any further. And then the other cards that came out were the 4 of Pentacles with the 6 of Pentacles behind it. Basically, what it's saying here is, Virgo, the advice about whether to trust this, because maybe it will differ with all of you about how trustworthy what's being said is. But the point is actually kind of being shifted by the universe, if you like. The point is, let their actions speak for them. This is hold back until you see what you're getting from this person, and hold back from going straight into either accepting breadcrumbs or accepting them giving this to you but also giving this to 5 other people or whatever. Hold back before you get into a place of over-giving and getting into that mode. Basically, withhold judgment until you see what is what, how much effort they're really making, whether it's equal fair effort, and whether this is something you want to invest in or if this is right for you to continue investing in. And the deck split when those last cards came out to show the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You do you, it's completely up to you, but this combination is kind of make them work for it as well, as in make them work for this 9 of Cups where the 2 of you are in this kind of sensual embrace, because I did see there was a strong element of lusty desire for you as well, Virgo. So, I mean, I don't advocate playing games or anything like that, but it's just, if you also feel like a slight energy about this person that they can talk the talk to get people to act the way they want, or, whatever. So yeah, moving on to what's going to be happening between you and this person going forward, Virgo. Here I would say the next few weeks, the next month from when you come across the reading, but that time's going to be different for all of you. For some of you it could be a couple of months, so just bear that in mind as well. Okay, we have the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. The Hierophant is Taurus's major arcana, and the oracle card that came out was Rejection, Abandoned, Dismissed, and Irrational Fear. Now, that could be a fear of rejection as well, so let's see. Bear with me there. I'm just going to move the mic slightly for this one. So, in terms of what's going to be happening, The thing is, you've got two knights. A Knight of Cups who is this huge swan, which is very... You know, swans make these incredible displays. And it's just enormous. Like, the cup is down in the corner here, and it's a relatively average-sized cup. But the swan is dominating everything. It's almost like a showy... or someone putting on a performance of love, or with that Knight of Cups. And then we have the Knight of Wands, which is more, is also passion driven. The Hierophant, Taurus is major arcana, if I didn't say that already. That is an energy of wisdom. It can talk about commitment, but I feel like it's more a spiritual guide or a guru or someone that you respect their guidance in what to do, because it may be that this person is making these strong overtures, either of romance with the Knight of Cups or then passion with the Knight of Wands, and this rejection, it could be, well, it stemmed from the fact like you feel very abandoned and dismissed by them before. So I feel like you're going to need guidance on whether to accept this this Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands energy going forward. Let's see, have I used this one yet? Let me just clarify this last position. So what more can you tell me about what's going to be happening between... I mean, two knights, it can all be one person. It can be talking about two suitors as well, Virgo. So let's see. Tell me about the two knights in particular. What's going to be happening for Virgo and this person? Why are there two knights here? Ten of Swords in reverse landed on top of the Knight of Wands, and then the deck split to show the Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. That's Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but that is also your counterpart, Virgo. Or it can also be you as well, obviously. So this Knight of Wands is the one who is basically, you thought it had ended very painfully. Turns out it's not over, kind of thing. That could well be the person we've got coming through in the reading here. So tell me about the Knight of Cups. The Magician. And I think it is all the same person, you know, because I already said this, you feel like this person is the Magician, and they've got that in their current situation as well. So if there was a character to assign to the person in this reading, it would be the Magician. So yeah, it's all them. It might be that they're trying different approaches with you to see what works. Then when the Magician came out, we have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Bearing in mind before, when I was clarifying how you feel about them, you felt like they tricked you into letting your walls down, and that this same card came out in reverse. So now, and then underneath the Nine of Wands, which is now obviously upright, we have the Nine of Swords. So essentially, I feel that there's going to be strong resistance from you now, Virgo, which is completely understandable, to be honest, because this Knight of Cups, I don't feel like you necessarily trust them with that Five of Swords. In fact, it feels like you're going to be getting exactly the same. It's a strong repetition of how you feel they acted in the past, playing out again effectively, and that they might just be using very romantic words or trying that very romantic approach to get what they want with you if the Knight of Wands approach doesn't work. So why is the Hierophant here, please, for Virgo? Yeah, the Fool in reverse came out, and then we've got the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. It's like you're keeping the Queen of Cups feelings that you might have for this person. It's like you as a person kind of splitting into two halves, one is half is the Queen of Swords, and she's like, look, Queen of Cups, go in the back, I'm answering the door. Like, I'm dealing with this person, you take a back seat. This is like the head being like, shut up, heart, let me lead for a bit here. Yeah, underneath the Queen of... Oh, I dropped it on the floor. I'm not going to get that right now because it's right near the end of the video, but it was the Four of Pentacles. So it was underneath the Queen of Swords. So you're not going to be... The lady's head is not for turning. Was that Margaret Thatcher? Great, I have Margaret Thatcher popping into my head. Could I be any more British? But yeah, it's basically you're not going to be won over that easily. And you're not taking a risk or taking a leap towards this quickly. So yeah, this person feels like they're probably going to have their work cut out for them, and they're correct. And I think that's completely fair enough by the looks of it, of what happened in the past. So this rejection oracle card is just giving me that it's because of what happened in the past that you're not, you're fearful of trusting this person again, which I think is fair as well. And as we already saw, the advice is let their actions speak for them, kind of thing, and let's see what they do, basically. So that's what I've got for you this time, Virgo. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up button for me. It just takes a second and it means the world. It's really helpful for the video and the channel, and it makes me really happy. And if you would like to subscribe and you haven't already, please do subscribe. I would love to have you. You might want to hit the notification bell so you know when I put up a new video. And if it did resonate at all, please leave me a comment and let me know. I would love to hear from you as well, and I wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.